and welcome to the global table. Today we're going to make that very famous Spanish summer soup, Gazpacho, which is a chilled soup and is therefore perfect for South African summers as well. Gazpacho is an ideal dish for entertaining because it's not only very easy on the pocket, but it's also very colourful and refreshing. So it's perfect for lazy summer afternoons. It's also a very healthy dish. You can think of it as a liquid salad. This is what we're going to need. Approximately 5 big, very ripe tomatoes, about 1 kilogram's worth. These are going to get peeled and chopped. A nice big red bell pepper. You're going to use about 2/3 of it and keep another third for garnishing. I also like for garnishing purposes to have a small yellow pepper and a small green pepper. But if you're watching your rands, then skip those, maybe just use 1 small pepper just for a little bit of color. Half a cucumber. The rest of the cucumber you can use for garnishing as well. We also need 2 fat cloves of garlic, half an onion, other half can go towards garnishing also, 2 slices of white day-old bread from which we're going to remove the crusts, and we're going to soak that in a little bit of water so it becomes nice and mushy. And then we'll also need a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, preferably the fine ground up kind, 2 teaspoons of salt, approximately 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and then also some white balsamic vinegar. You can also use any white spirit vinegar if you don't want to spend the money on the balsamic kind, but it does give an extra little bit of sweetness, and that's going to be about 5 tablespoons of that. And then to adjust the consistency of your gazpacho, if you want it very runny, you're going to add quite a bit of water. If you want it nice and thick, you're going to add less water. So aim for between 1/4 litre and 1/2 litre of cold water. Right, let's get started. Now we've chopped up all our veggies. We've got our tomatoes, our peeled and diced cucumber, our onion, our garlic, and our red bell pepper. I'm going to get all of those veggies into this baby and we're going to give it a whiz. You're probably going to have to do it in 2 batches though, because your blender's not going to be big enough. We've pureed our vegetables in the blender and we've poured everything across into this bowl. I did it in 2 batches because the blender wasn't big enough, as I suspected. And you don't have to worry about those veggies because those are going to be for our garnish afterwards. So the next important stage to the gazpacho is to do the bit with the bread, the olive oil, the vinegar and the spices. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our bread, which has been moistened and had the water squeezed out of it. We're going to put it in the blender, and with the motor running, we're going to take our olive oil and we're going to pour it in with a slow and steady stream so that our bread and our olive oil emulsifies nicely. And once that's done, then we'll add our vinegar and our spices. Ready for our gazpacho. This is icy cold, perfect for hot, sultry weather. Let's plate it up. Get a couple of ladlefuls in there. There we go. And some garnish. What also works well is if you put the garnish on the table so that your guests can help themselves to the peppers and onions that they want to put into their gazpacho. What could be nicer than a first plate like that for summer parties? Or if you want to serve it as an aperitif, you can pour it into small shot glasses or small tumblers and serve it that way.